What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Malika, aka Mali, aka Malibu, whatever you want to call me. You don't know that it's me, and this is Malika's Flex. A special welcome back to all my super flexers. Those are my flexers who have been feeding me with information. Thank you so much. A super welcome to my big flexers. Those are my flexers who have subscribed. They always like and they're always commenting. Welcome back to all my flexers. Those are my flexers who have subscribed. They like, but they're perhaps shy to comment. And welcome back to all my half flexers. Those are my flexers who have not yet subscribed, but they continuously watch and perhaps like these videos. If you have not yet become an official flexer, now is the time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a flexer. Okay, my big flexers are also the people who have their post notification bells on. Big up on yourself. Anywho, so where do I begin? Video previously on Teach Savannah, the Savannah Chatham. You guys know that when it comes down to these school districts, I am perhaps never saying the full name correctly, but bear with me. But the Savannah public schools, Chatham public schools, they are, I said in a previous video, I was trying to find a clip to insert it right here, but I couldn't remember what video I said it in, but I said it before that a little birdie told me that Savannah would no longer be issuing the H-1B visa. Now, you guys know Savannah is popular for this H-1 thing, especially because it comes with a green card. But I was told that from my sources that Savannah would not be issuing H-1B visas. And they were thinking this because they saw where Savannah said that it would be issuing J-1 visas through a company. Now, I want you guys to know Savannah has always been issuing J-1 visas through this H-1B, okay? So that is nothing to worry about. Now, as you all know, I don't like to just take hearsay. I don't like to just read something on the internet and bring it forward to you guys. Whenever I get information, I like to call the school district, speak with HR, or send an email if I'm unable to get through to HR through calling, and get the information via email. And that is what happened here. So in dialogue with HR, I got some details, which I'll be screenshotting bits and pieces of it. And I am happy to announce that Savannah is continuing the H-1B program that they have going on for international teachers. Now, I will be given the information, the requirements to be a part of Savannah Public Schools, because the requirements has changed a bit, and you want to stay tuned to hear exactly what this requirement is. It's a big one. I know some people may be a bit disappointed after hearing this. However, it's something that you need to know prior to applying. Now, I'm one who has always said, I don't care what your requirements are, I'm still applying, because nothing ventured, nothing gained. You guys have heard me say that so many times, and I'm a strong believer in that. I don't care if you say that I need X or Y. Even if I don't have it, I'm applying, because listen, we serve a great, big, wonderful God, and sometimes things work in our favor, even when it seems so impossible. Can I hear amen? Amen. All right, so let's get straight into the requirements for applying. As a matter of fact, for my new viewers, if you are a new viewer to my channel, maybe you've not watched any of my videos concerning H-1B visas before, now is a good time for you to know, because there are many of my viewers, and I know you guys are perhaps tired of me saying it, but I will keep saying it for the sake of my new viewers, if you're wondering the difference between a J1 visa, which you've perhaps heard about multiple times, and an H1B visa, simply put, the J1 visa is a cultural exchange visa. It allows you to work here in the US for 3 years, and you have the option, or in most cases, you are allowed or able or given the opportunity to extend that visa for an additional 2 years. However, when those 2 years are up, you are expected to go back to your country for an additional 2 years before being able to return to the US and work once more. There's a way over this hoop called a waiver, the waiver to that rule, and then you'll still have to hop onto an H1B visa in order to continue. So the H1B visa is a dual intent visa. You can stay for 1 to 3 years initially on the first visa, and then they can extend it for another 3 years, making it into 6 years. However, during those 6 years, you could actually be applying for a green card, and that's the difference. One is easier if you do plan to stay here in the US. The other, you may have to jump through some video. All right, so as you all know, most school districts that do the H1, that issue the H1 visas, they require that you have a bachelor's degree and some experience. Now, people have asked me time and again, what if I have a bachelor's degree in something outside of education? However, I've had many years of experience as a teacher. I don't have that postgraduate teaching certificate or whatever it is. I will say, as I've said before, apply. Still apply. You never know what can happen. Some people will take it, but the only thing is there may be, some issues with your pay. Your salary may be below what you would expect to get. You may not be paid as regular teachers, would. All right. And also remember, do not just take my word for it. Please contact HR in everything that you do. Contact HR to get further information. I do not know it all. Let me say that again. I do not know it all, okay? I present to you what I already know, and what I don't know, I say go to HR and find out from them. All right? I just speak from my experience and the experiences of my friends that I have here in the US as well. So please don't just take everything that I say just as it is. Do your additional research all the time. Thank you. All right. So the big thing is you're expected to have 2 years of teaching experience. Now, while this is not law, for the J1 programs, yes, you need those 2 years of teaching experience. But for the H1 school districts, it's usually up to the school districts. But the trend that I've noticed is that most of the H1 school districts do want you to come in with some amount of experience. Now, the new update to Teach Savannah is that they usually ask for 2 years of teaching experience. But now they are saying that you need to have 5 years of teaching experience before you will be successful with their school district. So I know this is disappointing news to some individuals who do not have those 5 years of teaching experience. But like I've said before, I don't care what your requirements are. I'm finna apply regardless. So apply. Because the thing is, you never know if your subject area is in demand to the point where even though they are requesting 5 years of teaching experience, they'll overlook this rule or this requirement just for you because they need you in this moment. Don't say, oh my God, I teach such subject and it's oversaturated in my area. Don't you ever say that. Go ahead and apply nonetheless. Now, if you go onto Savannah's website right now, you will see where it says apply to 2024 to 2025 school year. However, the portal is not yet open. It's there, but it's not yet open. Usually it opens around January. So please check back January 1 to see if the portal has been opened. If not, I would say keep checking from January onwards. keep checking, keep checking, keep checking to see if the portal has been opened, because as soon as that portal is open, you want to be in that number, the first set of people to apply. From what I've been told, and this is not from HR, this is just speaking from the experiences of my friends who have gone through this process, they have noticed that they tend to review, the applications on a first come, first serve basis. So while they'll be eliminating those without their 5 years of experience at first, you still want to be in the first set of people who have applied. So when they're doing their reviews, you can be the first set of people, one of the first set to, jump into one of the pools, to be selected and to be interviewed. Now, while I'm on the topic of interviews, I just dropped a video on 15 interview questions that you could practice in order to heighten or elevate your chances of being hired. So applying is one thing, but you also want to sell yourself. Please hop on to that video that I did and practice some of those questions. See how you do. Let me know how you did in that interview session that I did. All right. Now, the next thing is, I have promised you about 2 videos ago that whenever I do these videos on the H1B school districts, I will not just be telling you how to apply, but I'll also be telling you the salary of the school district and also what the housing situation looks like in terms of how much you will be paying for rent. I want to be as comprehensive as I possibly can be whenever I issue these videos. I don't just want to tell you, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I want to give you as much information as I can. And I know that some of you are new viewers to my channel. While I've done a video on Savannah already, I do want to show you exactly, what this process will look like. I do not click on the applications, just heads up. I'm not doing that. The application is so long. I do not click on the application, but I will show you exactly where to go when you want to apply, when it's time to apply. And once again, the salary, I'll be showing you the salary scale and what the living situation looks like. All right, so stay with me for the rest of this video. Keep watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you feel like your chances will not be too high to get through with Savannah because of this new requirement, remember, I've done videos thus far on the Orangeburg School District, Bibb County, and also the Anne Arundel Public Schools. All right. Now, another thing that I do want to say, you guys, is, and I keep saying this, but I just have to keep saying it. When you ask for other school districts that do H-1B visas, there are many other school districts that do the H-1B visas. However, somebody tell me what I'm about to say. My flexers know what I'm about to say. However, many of these school districts only take teachers who are already here on their J1, they've gotten their waivers and they're trying to switch status. Okay. Now, I don't want to just tell you apply to this school district knowing that this school district is not going to take you from your country. That's a waste of your time. It's not fair to you, and I want to be as fair to you as possible. So there are school districts out there, many more school districts out there that do H1, but I'm asking you for your patience as I call and email these school districts to get the full details. Many of my super flexers who have been feeding me information about some of these school districts, sometimes they'll tell me enthusiastically, this school district is doing H1, and when I call or when I email, they'll tell me, oh, we used to do H1, or yes, we do, but we're on a hold right now, or yes, but it's only for people on the J1. So I want to give you all the details whenever I do these videos. I'm really passionate about it. I love research. Like, that's my hobby. Apart from watching series, my hobby, like, I'll be lying down, scrolling through my phone, researching different things on different topics, even medical topics, just various things. I love research. I'm currently studying and my focus is research. I love research. I love to do it properly. I don't want to just give you information without the full information. You got it? All right, cool. No, with all this talking that I've been doing, I forgot to say that with the H-1B visa, presently, as I know it, your spouse and your children can come with you. However, your spouse may not be able to work. All right. Once again, your spouse may not be able to work until some period of time when he or she has received their permit. Well, you have received your permit when you are applying for your green card. So that's the issue. I know that that's one of the reasons why some people have been opting to do the J1 instead of the H1, because monetary wise, or in terms of money, they want to ensure that, both individuals in the household, both adults in the household will indeed be able to work. You may not bring your parents. It has to be children and spouses only. Another thing that I want to say where money is concerned is you may want to choose a J1 visa because you don't have the full funds right now that are, involved in migrating. So Savannah usually pays for the processing of your H1B visa, which takes a while. The processing takes up to 5 to 6 months. However, if you want that approval to come through much sooner, you'll have to pay for something called a premium processing, which, would come through within 2 weeks. That is for $2,500, and that's what most people tend to pay for, the premium processing. So maybe you don't have that money just yet and you want to hop onto a J1 visa, because most or some J1 visa sponsors are for free, and you only have to pay just a little bit of money, not to the company, but for yourselves, like when you're applying for your visa and whatnot. So the J1 is a cheaper option, and that is something that you should also know. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read what the email said. And as usual, please bear with me. I am on my phone. If you are currently teaching in the United States, you must hold a minimum of a bachelor's degree in education and in a teaching field. You can go ahead and read part two. You can screenshot part two and read that part on your own. I'll be reading through everything. If you hold an international exchange certificate, the GAP-C will not grant reciprocity or count the years of experience completed while holding this certificate. Now, here's the part, you guys. You must have 5 or more years of teaching experience in your home country in the area that matches your first teaching diploma or degree. If you do not have the minimum, please wait on applying until you have the minimum years of experience required. So that's the update, you guys. This part is for those already on a J1. It says if you are currently on in the US on a J1 visa, we cannot and do not advise teachers on J1 visas to apply for waivers until their sponsorship requirements are fulfilled. We cannot be responsible for any repercussions that may occur for doing such. If you choose to pursue the waiver and it is granted, you may provide us with the documentation, and pending you meet all other requirements, your application may be qualified. However, we cannot guarantee employment as we receive thousands of applications each year. Now it says if hired, you will have 30 days to obtain your Georgia teaching certificate. This is required for the H1B approval. This requires a completed verification of experience on the GAPSC form, completed course by course foreign transcript evaluation for all diplomas or degrees completed outside of the US. And I'm going to share with you guys the list of approved companies for this. Now, this part I'm pretty sure is for most of my viewers. If you currently reside outside of the United States, you must hold a minimum of a bachelor's degree in education in a teaching field. You must have 5 or more, we said that already, years of teaching experience in your home country in the area that matches your teaching diploma or degree. And I already went through this. If hired, you will have 30 days to obtain your Georgia teaching certificate. Now, this is for all applicants. If hired, Savannah Chatham County Public Schools will pay the standard fee for your H-1B visa and green card. You are responsible for all H-1B and green card fees for family members if they accompany you to Savannah. So as I was trying to explain previously, The standard fee that is paid for by them, this processing can take months. If you're hired, let's say in January or February, I guess you could wait it out. But if you're hired further down, let's say in May, you would perhaps want to pay that premium processing to ensure that you get that approval much faster than, it would be coming through. Now, you are also responsible for all costs of travel, housing accommodations, and transportation. SCCPSS employees are eligible for discounts by participating companies here, and you can look at that. Now, if you would like to apply in January 2024, so they're telling you that the portal is open January, please go to that website that you see there, www.tsavannahinternational.com. Review the website carefully as it will answer many of your questions. Then click the link to apply. So we're going to go quickly to that website just to see what it looks like. Now, this section is actually answering most of your frequently asked questions. It says apply for the school year 2024 to 2025 positions that match your teaching degree through our online application platform. All other applications will be rejected. It also says please apply only for the 2024 to 2025 positions listed as various locations. This will allow all principals to see a qualified application. All other applications will be rejected. Now, this part is very important because you guys always ask me this in the comment section, so look at it for yourselves. When completing the application, social security number, you're going to enter 9 zeros if you do not have a social security number. Many of you keep saying it's not going through and whatnot. This is what Savannah has said. Zip code, they know that people outside of the US may not have a zip code. Add 5 zeros if you do not currently reside in the US. And for state, outside the United States, if you do not currently reside in the US, so you're going to select outside United States if you're not currently residing in the United States. When you are applying, please upload the following documents with your application, and it's required. Upload your teaching certificate, your college transcripts, and of course you would try to upload your evaluated degrees and your resume. So there are two things that I said that I would show you guys right now, that I'll be going to the website to show you what it looks like, and I'm also going to show you what evaluation companies are accepted by Georgia. Website that says www.savannahinternationalteachers.com, and this is what it says. Click here to apply for the 2023 to 2024 school year. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine went on it and she saw the 2024 to 2025. I guess they changed it back or something. But it says we're currently accepting applications for 23 to 24 school year. And guys, remember January, you want to go ahead and click 2025 4 to 2025, okay? So when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and click here and you will see the job listings that are available. All right, remember it says to only apply for your title. So let's say I'm applying for Spanish. You guys know I'm always giving Spanish as my subject that I'm looking for. All right, and these are the positions available for this school year, but of course you'll see more next school year. You're going to click on the thing that you want, and it's a pool that you're entering, and you're going to click apply for this position. All the details are on the left about the position. We're going to go ahead and click apply for this position. Let me go ahead and show you guys the list of companies that are approved for Georgia. So this is where we are looking at the foreign credential reports that are approved by the Georgia Professional Standards Commission. So any school district within Georgia would have to go through the Georgia Professional Standards Commission. And so this is what they've outlined. Applicants for Georgia certification who have attended colleges or universities outside of the 50 U.S. states or the District of Columbia must provide the Gap C with a foreign credential report, which includes English translations and information showing detailed course-by-course evaluations and appropriate U.S. degree equivalency. So here we have the companies that they approve. So they have Joseph Silney and Associates International Education Consultants. That's the information and the details for it. International Education Evaluations. Spantran, you guys know I rep Spantran. Well, I don't rep Spantran because Spantran is not sponsoring me, but this is the one that that I have experience with. Educational Perspectives and Institute of Foreign Credential Services. So those are the ones that they currently accept. Let's head on over to the salary scale for Savannah and finally going over to the rent. All right, so I just did a random Google with saying Savannah Chatham teacher salary schedule. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this one. I think I see the scale right here as well. Let me click on this one and see what comes up. Okay, so it's something that I've downloaded before, but this says let me look at it. All right, so this is actually the 2022 scale. Oh, it says FY 2023. All right, so let's look at this one. Um, so we are looking at, so if you have a degree as they require, we're looking at T4. Let me see if I can, because sometimes when I look at my edited videos, I'm not seeing it properly. So we're looking at T4 and we're looking at, let's say, step 5. So T4, step 4. Let's look at step 4 because I zoom it in and this is where I can get it to right now. Step 4, and we're looking at step 4T for teacher. And that means you for the year you'll be getting $48,000. And this is before tax. Now, I usually tell you guys for tax, try to subtract $800 to $1,000 per month. Could even be more because I know that Savannah taxes heavily for pension. I think they take 20% out of your pay for pension, and then you have the federal taxes and the state taxes that you have to pay, and social and all those wonderful taxes. So minimum take out $800 to $1,000. You can even bump it up to $1,200 monthly out of your salary to see what your salary may look like. So that's with 4 years of teaching experience. Let's scroll a little bit more. Let's try to keep track. With 5 years, it's 49,000. 10 years, $54,000. Let's take a look at what the rent looks like in Savannah. Now, once again, I just did a random Google search, Savannah Chatham County apartments for rent. I always use apartments.com. I like it. I think it's pretty simple. It always shows the school districts that are the schools that, these apartments service and whatnot. So here we're looking at this that says 1 to 3 bedrooms, 1,250 to 1,800, 1,800 to 3,000 is for 2 bedrooms, 1,400, 1,600, 1,600, 1,300. And guys, just speaking from what my friends in Savannah have told me, some of the cheaper locations that maybe you see somewhere for $1,000, usually those aren't in very good areas, like very safe areas. Most of my friends are paying at least $1,500 for rent. On average, most of my friends are paying $1,900 for rent per month in Savannah, and that's without light, sometimes without water. I feel like Savannah, it's funny because I live closer to Atlanta and you'd think that I'd be paying more rent. Like I've said it before, I currently pay 1,400 and something for rent, almost 1,500 for rent. And I could get cheaper options. As a matter of fact, this was actually cheaper. They really surprised us with a rent increase. But anyhow, but you'd think that because of my proximity to Atlanta, my rent would be higher than somebody in Savannah, which is more in the countryside. But no, but I think because Savannah, based on what I've heard, you have a lot of, I guess, retired people that, settle in Savannah. I don't know how to describe it. I haven't ever visited Savannah and I'm due a visit. But yeah, Savannah's rent is on the high side. It is on the high side, and like I've said, they tax heavily in that school district because I'm telling you, my friends who have more experience than I do are being paid at a higher scale than I am. When we compare our salaries, we're earning the same amount, and they should be, if they were in my school district, they would be earning far more. But it's one of those things where it's a price you have to pay for that H1. Hey, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you've made it to the end of this video, go ahead and hashtag we want more in the comment section to let me know that you're truly enjoying these videos and that you are looking out for more information from me. Now watch out for the next video that I'll be doing on Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't know the rest of the song, but I'll be doing a video on Canada next Saturday. Look out for it, on how you can immigrate to Canada with a permanent residence. You don't have to study to get to go to Canada. So I need y'all to watch out for that video. I'll also be doing a live the day after, the Sunday after, with this guy called Life Up. He's a teacher currently in Canada, and he'll be explaining step by step on how you can get to Canada too as a teacher. And my video prior to that, which is on how to immigrate to Canada, is not just for teachers. Anybody with a degree and some experience, tell them to tune into that video. I'll be explaining exactly how you can immigrate to Canada. All right, remember to hit that subscription button. Remember to hashtag we want more, and bye.